Hi, this is Jan from Log Cabin Leather, and I'm here again this week for my Maker Monday series. For the whole month of January, I've been talking about belt making. I started off by showing how I hand cut all my belts. The second week, I talked about how I put and create the hand tooled individual designs on the belts. These are just samples. Last week I talked about how I added the color, so these are samples I used in the process of showing color, and I did several samples and with the same design, dyed differently to show how the different techniques help make my designs look unique and different. And now this week is all about finishing the edges. So, and again, what I learned, how I learned it, things like that will be what I discuss this week. Wednesday, I'll actually show the processes I so far in these series. You've seen 3 areas. My workshop, you've seen this area, which is where my cutting and my designing area is. You've seen my area where I do my tooling, and my painting actually is all done. Putting the designs on is a different area. Last week you saw the area where I apply my dyes and finishes and things like that. The glue, dyeing and gluing station. This week you'll see another area in that spot, and you'll see one other piece of equipment, which is an area. And again, basically in my workshop, I only have 3 pieces of electric equipment other than lights. And you're going to see 2 of them, which are used specifically for belts. Belts are my biggest seller. I make a lot of them. The process I use has changed over the years, so I'm going to talk about all different methods and different things to use to finish belts, why I like some of them, why I don't like others, things like that. But how I make the edges that are quite rough right now, not always evenly colored. You can see I have some of these edge on that. So how I'm going to make that smooth, you can see kind of the rough fibers a little bit sticking out here. So I'm going to show how I make that smoother, nicer, give it a professional finish, what I do to finish a belt at large, what I do before I attach a buckle, what these things are for and how I use them. And I'm going to discuss how that has changed over the years, because it has. These are all hand tools, and I can no longer do them. These are things that you would use to, and again, different kinds of materials you put on the edges has changed a lot over the years. I've learned a lot, from other people and what they've suggested. Some methods I like that they told me, some methods I don't like. A lot of YouTube videos now, what different people use. And there's a lot of different things out there, and there's not really any right or wrong answer. I know certain things I don't like, and I've tried to improve and find something better, which isn't easy. It isn't easy, because I really haven't found something that I'm 100% on board on. But again, one of the ways to finish it, again, different products you can put on the edges of the belts. One is called, which most people I don't think can say, Traga Camp, I think is how it's said. And that's a liquid you put on the edge before you're basically going to rub it down. Before you do that, you have to bevel it, which again is a tool. It is one of the most dangerous tools I have. Kind of like a vegetable peeler. It has a little, you can see it again, so make a little groove in the center there. Again, I shouldn't be showing this because these are tools I should be on my trivia game. This is run along the edge of the belt when it's on a firm surface, and it cuts off a little little fiber of material along the edge of the belt, and then that rounds the edges. You do that on the surface with the design, or the top, the outer part of the heart. You do it on the inside. That rounds the edges so they're not so squared. When it's squared, it's not going to be, I don't have anything here that's just squared like this. If it's just squared like that, the edges are kind of sharp and raw. And again, now this is at least rounded. So that's what I'm going to talk about. Again, how I finish the edges, what I use. Originally it used to be all by hand, and basically I can't do this anymore. And again, one belt, a little bit on a belt. I used to do it at show, because again, custom fitting a belt. If somebody orders a belt, I'm going to cut actually the tip end. I'm going to put the holes where you need them. I'm going to adjust the length here, so that I have to re-dye and finish the tip of the belt one after I cut it. So I used to do that by hand. A little bit like that I can do now, but arthritis has taken over and it makes my hands ache. I cannot do it. And again, belts are my bestseller. I mean, a lot of things these are, again, now will be bracelet strips, excuse me. These will be bracelet strips, cuffs, men's cuffs. Could be women's cuffs too. But those still have to be finished on the edges and everything too. So it's not just belts that you finish the edges on, but it's the heavier leathers primarily. You do finish some of the smoother leathers, but again, it's a little bit different. I also have some other things, but again, all the methods and things are going to be in the Workshop Wednesday series when I share how I do them. But I'm going to show you, or talk about all these different things that can be used. They're used to do it. Things like wax and what that's for, the tracker can. You have your different kinds of edge finishes. I'm going to talk about the likes and dislikes of those. So all these things, again, will really be in my Workshop Wednesday series. And then on the Spotlight Saturday series this week, because it's the end of the month, I'm going to talk about what I have planned for next month. Month of January was all about belts and finishing belts. Next month is going to be more about a jewelry line, making jewelry. That's been one of my most successful lines. I came out with that, I think, 2 years ago. It's expanded. I have a new line coming out in February, which is part of why this is going on. I will also have a giveaway in February. So if you want to be up to date and find out about those things, you need to join my email. I don't know how that works on YouTube, if I can put a link there. On my Facebook page, I know you can join. On my website, you can join. Right now, I'm changing email providers, and I'm in the process of getting that updated. I haven't got it quite together yet, so I don't quite have the link there. But on my Facebook page, you can, which is, again, Facebook /Log Cabin Leather by Jan. And you'll find replays of these videos there. But you'll also find the link in my header, or, join now or become a VIP insider. Those are all different links that you can join my email. And that's the best way to stay up, in tune to what I'm doing each day and each week. And again, any questions, I'll also have, what shows I'm going to, things like that. But again, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday, I have these live series. Tuesday on Facebook, I have a game called Tool Trivia, which I show a different tool, and you're supposed to guess what it was used for. So that's something you can play on there. Let me see. Let me grab the tool for this week real quick. This is what will really be posted tomorrow. So you're supposed to guess what this is and how it's used. That's a post on Facebook, so you have to look on my Facebook page to join that. And I appreciate it if you'd like a share. And then again, Workshop Wednesday series, I'm going to show how I use this. Like I said, these other tools and what they're for and things like that. And then on Saturday, I'll be highlighting the new and upcoming things for the month of February. On Friday, I also have Flashback Friday, where I take you back and show you some older products and things like that. And so that's basically what I've got planned. Thank you for joining me today. Again, I'm having issues with doing these live on Facebook. I'm not sure what the glitch is. I just got a couple ideas from a live I was watching a few minutes ago. Just I had to end it to come and be live myself. But that gave me a few ideas of what to do, and maybe I can get the Facebook Live things to work better because it's a little bit easier. I don't really know how to do comments and share, or I posted this yesterday and I had a link, but I don't know how to start it from that link, so I'm not really sure what's going on. So thank you for bearing with me. Anybody who's watched these, please leave a comment. Tell me whether you could see it. Tell me how you found it. Tell me, I need to know this information, because obviously when I do it from my end, I'm seeing different things. So I would love some feedback on what you see, what's working. Again, I'm a small business. I'd appreciate any help I can get. Trying to figure out the glitches. I'm not, I didn't have computers growing up. I get computers when my children needed them for school. So this computer tech stuff is not up my alley. Um, I've always hated being on camera, so this is new in itself for me this year. Really working on these live things because in the past I always had a camera and things, and so never allowed my picture to be taken. So just the fact that I'm on camera is a whole brand new thing for me. Um, so I'm working on that as well. But thank you for joining me today. Um, Again, the finishing of the belts is something I have struggled with. Um, Not only because physically I can't do it anymore, rubbing it, it's hard on me, but also the products that are available to do it. I am not really happy with. It's kind of funny because it's almost the same problem we have with our log cabin. Um, we have a beautiful log cabin, but the whole front of the house, which has a lot of glass, a lot of windows in it, it's actually what's pictured on my logo. So that's the front of the house, southwesterly exposure. It gets so much sun that the paint that was recommended for the log cabin and things like that, it's almost like an acrylic paint. In the sun, it just bakes and peels off. The sun we get sometimes is intense, especially through the summer. And then they say we didn't apply it right. Wrong. My husband painstakingly worked hard, 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 prepping the house to, before it was painted anytime. He just redid it again. Now they stopped making the kinds of paint we wanted. We only got one coat on before winter, but we're not finding what we want. It's almost the same thing problem I'm having with my other belts. I can't find a finish that isn't like an acrylic finish that just peels off the edges. Um, Things like that. What will cover up and stay and not let these fibers rise up again over time. Things like that. So it's been tough and it's been trial and error, and I've tried lots of different things. And again, really workshop Wednesday when I'm going to demonstrate a little bit of that. I'll talk more about what I discovered and what I like and what I don't like. And what I like about some things, but then again, there are issues that I don't like. Uh, so I'm still struggling with this a little bit. I'm constantly working on the edges of the belts and trying to make them nice. If you have a belt for me and you need it resized or the edges need to be finished, come see me at one of my shows. My show schedule for this year is, slowly is coming together. I've got, I think, a half a dozen things scheduled, made in New Hampshire here in New Hampshire in March. I have a couple things, well, one thing in May scheduled so far. It's a guitar expo. So that's where my musicians line comes in. I have a couple shows in July. A powwow at the Mount Pierce Argentine Museum where I'm a museum educator in their outreach program person and volunteer. And I have a shop in Wolfboro, New Hampshire. There's Christmas in July, so I'll have some of my Christmas stuff there, which I don't usually have out during the summer. A lot of times that show conflicts with the thing at the Indian Museum, so it's tough for me because I work with both. Um, a couple of shows that I'm pretty sure I'll do, but I don't have applications for yet. So that will be up and coming. So that's about all I have to say for now. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day. Please, again, any comments, sharing. I really don't know how all this works, especially on YouTube. But the more you can help me reach and be exposed, reach further. My business, I'm Jan Hibbard, and my business is Log Cabin Leather by Jan. I make everything by hand in my log cabin home in my basement workshop where we are. I make these beautiful hand-tooled individual designs. This whole month I talked about how I colored them and how I put the designs on. Belt making was the whole month of January. February is going to be about jewelry making, so a whole different avenue. But again, one of my better selling lines since I created, which was only a couple years ago. And that's about it for right now. And then March I will have a different theme, but each month we'll have a different theme. And again, we'll follow the same format, but we'll be on the topic of whatever the theme is for that month. So thank you very much. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye.